Hi folks, it's Amber and Austin back to talk once again about opportunities for expansion. We are about halfway through, actually exactly halfway through the 8-video series, and today we are going to talk about the cycles of our lives. This is, if you have the book and are following along, on page 113, week 15, day 6. And it is talking with the cycles, defining the actual term cycle. A cycle is defined as to move in or follow a regularly repeated sequence of events. And we go on to talk about, have you ever wondered why things seem to flow in regular patterns in life? Do you ever ask yourself, why does this keep happening to me? Cycles provide us opportunities for observation and awareness. As we go through the patterns, we have the ability to chip away at that which isn't in alignment with who we are, allowing us to become more aware of our true, authentic selves. If we go through cycles without awareness, we can fall into repetition versus expansion, creating that difficult and familiar question, why does this always happen to me? Today, take time to observe the cycles in which you have chosen to participate. Are they in alignment with your true, authentic self? If not, how will you choose to observe and expand from them, and then begin to create new cycles that are in alignment with you and your core being?
Very nice. So why was that one of your favorites? Why did you choose that in this series?
Well, I know that I have had a tendency to always sometimes play the victim and find myself always in a cycle of things happening to me. This always happened to me, that always happened to me, and I would find that there were similar patterns, be that in relationships, friendship or romantic relationships. I would attract the same types of friends, and lo and behold, these friends were always doing things to me. And why would that happen? Or in a career, I would find myself always in the cycle of, I do all of these things, but I don't get anything back. And then I would find a different job, and it would be the same thing. And always, there was one thing that was consistent, and that was me. So wherever I went, there I was. And it wasn't until I had that tool of the observe and engage, where I could pull back and observe and see that I was engaging in cycles where I was choosing my same patterns of behavior, my same reactions every time someone would enter into my life. So it wasn't them at all, it was me. And until I chose a different pattern, until I chose a different response from my engagement with whatever was happening in my life, that cycle was going to continue. So I was able to choose a different cycle if that cycle wasn't serving me.
Gotcha.
And so it was a huge, huge shift.
Yeah. And it seems like to me you're saying that you were the common denominator. So something to be able to help those of you listening and understanding that when we talk about cycles, it's not just, although you use the example of something that's not really serving you, everything in our life is a cycle. However we choose to do something. So it's not that there's good cycles and bad cycles, and those are relative terms anyways. So the importance of why this is such a great expansion is because it gives us that opportunity to use things like observe and engage what's going on and what cycles that we're currently in, and then being able to react or respond based on, or actually you don't want to react at all, you want to respond. And
sometimes you react, it just happens, let's be honest.
But you want to choose to respond to the cycle that's actually benefiting you, and make that shift, because you can get yourself in cycles that are serving you. that are benefits in your life that get you to where you desire to be. So, unfortunately, there are multiple different cycles. So sometimes what we do is when we are observing and realizing what's going on, we'll recognize that the cycles in our lives aren't actually where we desire to be. And so that's why that's a great example, because many of us are in that position at this moment. So that's a really great one. I really enjoyed that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And there are so many more. What we hope to do is provide our own personal experience and allow that to be a catalyst to show how this book actually assisted us. So bear with us as we provide our own real life experiences, and we would love to hear your true life experiences too. Again, we all benefit from one another and how we apply these. So please, if you have experiences in applying any of these, let us know. Provide some comments.
Mm-hmm. And if you feel like creating a new cycle for yourself around, maybe it's a 6-month cycle, being able to use these, read these, apply these on a daily basis, that's a wonderful cycle, one that actually we both engaged in and assisted us greatly, which is the reason why we desire to create this book for others, to engage in that cycle with us and join us. And so all we would like to do is invite you on this great journey and continue listening as we move forward. I believe our next one is on regression versus progression. We'll see you then.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Namaste.
Namaste.